Hi, welcome to Chappers' YouTube experiment. If you don't know what the experiment's about yet, I'll leave a link at the end of this video. So what's this video about? Well, it's a follow-up to the unboxing of the Sony RX100 Mark V. I've had it for 24 hours, I charged the batteries up, and today I've been having a play. It's not an in-depth report by any standards, I haven't looked through the manual. I just wanted to see how intuitive the camera is to use, how easy it is just to look at the menus and to work out what you need to do, how easy it is to get into the slow motion modes, what you need to do. And to be honest, it was very simple. It's very intuitive, very nice to use. It's quite small, I've got quite big fingers, but I soon got the hang of it. It's a very nice camera, very good quality, and I thought I'd share some images with you what I've taken today. So let's take a look at the screen. So I put a series together. I've started with some 4K video, then I've moved into some slow-mos, 4K at standard, 1080p at 240 frames a second or minus 10 times speed, 10 times slow-mo, whichever way you want it, 720 at 500 frames, and then 360 at 1000 frames, which is slowing things down 40 times. We do notice a loss of resolution, as you'd expect. I've done nothing to correct it. It's been a terrible winter's day today, so I couldn't do anything outside. It's been overcast, it's been raining, it's been sleeting. Indoors, unfortunately, under tungsten light and some LED lights I had, there's been some pulsing on the slow-mo work. So not ideal conditions, but I wanted to show you as it's been shot straight out the camera with no processing. In a further video I'll start shooting outside, maybe putting some processing in and seeing if we can refine those images. Anyway, let's look at what we've got. So I'm sitting here in the kitchen. I'm just about to call my dogs. They're in the lounge. This was a test firstly to see how quickly the mic would pick up on a distant noise. My wife comes in and you'll hear her talking as well, so I wanted to hear whether the mic could handle near and far subjects, and as the dogs run across the kitchen I wanted to find out if the tracking could keep up with them. Let's have a quick look. I don't know how well that's picking up on the camera, but you can hear the footsteps as they're coming through the lounge and as they're coming through the hall. I was quite impressed with that, and now we'll see how the focus how the focus holds as they move across the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay, so apart from the dog deciding to lick the brand new camera, you can hear my wife, who's the other side of the kitchen, you can hear me, the other side of the camera, and you can also hear the dogs. And I'm amazed that one isn't drowning the other one out and one isn't faint, so I'm pretty impressed with that. There we go. So first little bit of clippage of film. I thought that was pretty good. The detail in the dogs is nice. It kept in focus as they came over, and you can really see if we go back to that first this first screen. This is all in focus. It's dealing with these lights well. I know they're glaring, but it hasn't underexposed the rest of the shot. So yeah, first time at the bag, and I'm pretty impressed. So another 4K video here. This is a water balloon being popped effectively in real time. Okay, nothing very exciting there. You'll notice there's no sound. With the fast frame rate pictures, there is no sound collected. It's purely pictures. Right, this time we're stepping down to 1080p, and it's 250 frames per second, so slowing things down 10 times. Now, unfortunately here, the dreaded lights, the tungsten, you can see them pulsing. I don't have a set of video lights yet, so it was either don't get any decent shots or have a go with those. So we had a go, and I just think it's good that it's happened, because if it hadn't, somebody else might have gone and bought the camera, tried to use it indoors, and not actually realised that this would have happened. So I think it's quite lucky. Okay, so next up we have 720p at 500 frames per second. This one also gave me a good learning curve. The way the high frame rate shots work with this camera, you can either choose to start trigger or end trigger the capture. So you can start trigger and it will capture for a brief period until the buffer is full and write that to the card. Or you can have end trigger, which is what I was using here. So you point your camera at where the event will happen. Once it's happened, you then hit the video button and that collects what's in the buffer and puts it to your card. Much better when you don't know exactly when the event's going to happen. What I did wrong here, I didn't have the water balloon in the shot when I primed the camera and it started writing to the buffer. There's no autofocus after that point, so as the balloon was dropped in front, it was out of focus. You'll see the water drops away out of focus, and then the background is perfectly in focus. So another lesson learned. And there we can see the spots on the background are absolutely perfect. And again, a very annoying flashing from the lights that we were using. But again, we've already covered that. So finally, the resolution drops down now to 360, but we are capturing 1000 frames per second. So this is slowing things down 40 times. I think that's quite nice the way that captures the orb of water before it drops away. I don't know because of the light how much ISO the camera was automatically applying. That might be the grain, or it might just be the resolution is that poor to capture this amount of frames. Again, I think it will be different outside in the light, but that'll have to wait for another day. So now I'll just put the four together so you've got an idea of speed and how they work through, working from top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. And I think when you see them all side by side, you really start to understand just how much different there is in those frame rates. After we finished that, we went back downstairs and threw a few treats at the dogs, not so easy to say, just to see what a more of a real world environment shot would be at that really fast frame rate at 1000 frames per second. Again, you'll see it's grainy. Again, you'll see some flicker from the halogen lights in the ceiling. But again, I don't know if the grain is due to the ISO really being pushed by the camera, or because that's just what life's like at that frame rate. So I think it captures the bone nicely as it goes up, but that noise is not really acceptable. This is a large monitor. It's a 27-inch monitor. Looking at that on an iPad, it may be okay. He didn't miss that, did he? We'll have to see. So my main thing is that there'll be a lot of sales about this. There'll be a lot of these clips that have been polished and tweaked and made to look really good. But this is what it's like indoors, halogen lights, straight out the box. No gloss, nothing to try and improve it. So I'd like to be straight and honest. I hope you've appreciated this. What I'll do when I cut the video, I'll run it again straight after the point I say goodbye. That way you can sit through and you can watch it without me rabbiting. Maybe more enjoyable that way. Anyway, I hope they found that interesting. I'll include a link at the end, like I said, to the experiment that I'm doing. I'll also include a link to the unboxing so you can understand all the bits that went in it. And I did find out, if you have watched that one, what these are. They're an adapter. So rather than putting a lanyard on it for around your wrist, you can put one of these on either side, and you can use a neck strap. But unfortunately, Sony decided to make that an optional extra. So if you do that, you'll have to go and buy one. Anyway, thanks for checking in. As I say, I'll update this in the future when I've got outside and some more real world examples. Thanks for watching. Please.
Chuck them in the air, can't I, over here?
Yeah.